Hi, I'm Christina, and this is New Ways Podcast. Today, I am going to share with you the little journey that I am on. And hopefully from it, if you are feeling stuck, or if you feel like you don't have the nerve to do something, you gain the momentum to move. Or you get some insights on how to move. Or honestly, if this is just for your entertainment, why the heck not? I'm trying to share a positive message, and I'm trying to do some good in the world. Anyways, I digress. So, the journey that I am on right now, you guys, is... what was it? A week ago. January 6th, I moved out of the apartment in LA I've been living in for the past 4 years. And I loved that apartment building so much. So much. I can honestly say I'm forever grateful for it. I could not have asked for a better building to end up in for my first permanent place in LA. I love the people there so good. The management there is absolutely amazing. The price is great. I could not have asked for a better experience. But I decided that it's time to move on with my life. So I put everything that I owned in my 2-bedroom, 2-bath in a 10 by 10 storage unit in Santa Monica. And the reason why I did all of this is for one, my lease was ending. So it seemed like a perfect opportunity, not to mention the lease was ending the first week of January. So how cool is that we get to start the new year like this? But my lease was ending. And I had to have a long, hard conversation with myself. And I asked myself, Christina, you love this building so much, but is this your ideal life? If you had to live this life over and over again for the rest of your years, would you be okay with it? And the answer was no. I genuinely love my life in LA and in that apartment building, but I want more. I want to continue to grow and evolve. So that means in order to get change in your life, you guys, you have to change. Something has to change. You have to move. You have to do something differently. That's when I'm like, okay, it's time for a change. Let's change. So I didn't renew my lease. I put all my stuff in a storage unit and I booked a one-way to Thailand. And I got all of my ducks in a row so I can realistically be away from LA if I choose to for 2 months. So I'm about a week in. I think it's a week from today I left LA, landed in Bangkok, Thailand, and now I'm in one of the islands. I think Koh Sumi is how you say it. I'm sorry if I butchered that, you guys. But yeah, I just decided I wanted a change. And yeah, I could definitely go back to another apartment in LA. And that's what my plan is as of right now, is I'll land up back in LA. But I just decided, why not grasp this opportunity that's right in front of me? Whenever something is changing in my life, whenever I seek change, I always look for the opportunities to grow. How is this serving me? I took a look at my life and I feel so blessed where right now I'm in a situation where I am single. I have no children. I have a job, career that allows me to take time off as well as I can make some money while I'm on the road. And I have the means to do so. I felt like it was an opportunity that might not come along in my life again. I definitely believe where there's a will, there's a way. And if I want to travel again for long periods of time, I will make it happen. But this just seemed like such an ideal opportunity and one that I could not pass up. So I jumped at it. Once again, I love my life in LA. I want to return. I was just gallivanting around the mountains in Malibu before I left too. And I'm like, maybe I'll end up in Malibu. I was planning on Santa Monica, but who knows where life is going to take me. But I looked around at my situation. I'm like, what's going to get me the most out of my comfort zone? What is going to allow me the time and the space to focus on things that I love and that I want to do? And that's going to get me in the right headspace and calm my nervous system. You can't keep doing the same shit over and over again and expect different results. I love my life, but was I feeling constricted? Yeah. Did I feel like I was feeding into the rat race? Yeah. I wish I could say that I'm perfect, and when I'm in your conventional Western society, I know how to 110% prioritize the things that I want to prioritize, but I don't. Yeah, I feel like I'm better at doing it than others, but I'm still so tempted to go into a job that's not feeding me even more than I actually have to, just because it's so easy to make a quick buck. But I'm sorry, I'm done selling my life and my soul for money. Money is a tool. It's not supposed to be your entire life. And I'm a firm believer that when you're doing something that you love and you're in the right frequency and you put yourself in situations that are good for you, money's going to come naturally. So you guys, this year, that's kind of what I'm testing out. Like, I just want more life and I'm leaving it up to God. That's it. I'm done fighting. I'm done worrying. I'm done stressing. I'm done selling myself short. Like, I just decided, let's seize the opportunity. It was right in front of my face. Let me take it. And that's what I did. Once again, I want to say I'm forever grateful for everything that I had, but I want more. I want to evolve. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just bopping around. I booked a one-way to Thailand and I only booked the first week. I did this very intentionally. That's something a lot of people asked me when I was leaving. They're like, "How are you going to vacation for 2 months? Doesn't that get boring?" And no, I'm doing this very intentionally. Me leaving gives me the space to breathe and actually know myself and ask what I want out of life. I choose destinations that are going to make me feel whole, that are going to help me expand, that are going to help me grow, that are focused around things that I love. I could have went to Europe. I could have been gallivanting around the city. Honestly, I started in Bangkok and a dear friend of mine surprised me and met me there. We went out drinking all the time. It was fun. I had a great time. But is that what I want to be doing all the time on my vacation? No. This isn't just a vacation, you guys. This is intentional. This is a growth period. This is a lifestyle that I'm trying to create for my life, for myself. So whenever I travel places, I like to think, I'm like, hey, how is this place going to serve me? How is it going to feed me? Yes, it's going to make me relax and stuff. But realistically, like, I am that person that likes to do things. You're right. People are right. I don't want to relax for 2 months. I want to experience life. I want to live and I want to gain knowledge. Everywhere I go, I talk to the people that are around me. I learn something new. I engross myself in spirituality and wellness activities. I go to classes. I take yoga classes. I take meditation classes. I study the culture. I use this time also to read about ways to help my clients and ways to evolve my thinking and my spirituality and my wellness practices. I use this time to take the space and breathe and really get intentional about what I want. You guys, it's so easy that when you're in the rat race and you're going throughout your every single day life, you don't actually take a second to sit back and look, what do I want out of life? Because you deserve to have what you want out of life. But if you never give yourself the space to know yourself, you're never going to know that. I can't tell you how many people I talk to and they're like, I don't know what my purpose is. I don't know what I want. And I'm like, do you even know yourself? Have you given yourself time to know yourself? You'll go on a date with somebody else and give them the time of day, but have you taken yourself on a date, sat down and said, hey, what do you want? Hey, what do you like? Hey, can we experience things? Can I experience sitting in the silence and getting to know you? Have you ever taken yourself on a date? Have you? You need to get to know yourself. And me getting out of the United States and out of the rat race and allowing myself the time and the space to know myself, that's what helps me. So that's one of the things when I travel is no, it doesn't get boring. The second thing is aren't you scared to travel alone as well as not have a plan? And I want to squash this right now. Traveling alone, yeah, it can get scary. I'm not going to lie. Like, I'm still a little girl. There are moments where I'm sitting in a hotel room or I'm walking down a street where I just like double check myself and my surroundings. But you do it in the safest way possible. I am now an avid traveler. So I know certain hotel rooms, certain places. So when I look at certain reviews, like you gain knowledge from doing things by yourself. I know this is kind of crazy, but when I book a hotel room, one of the main things I look for is like, if I scream, can somebody hear me? And I know that's a sad thing to say, but it's realistic. And after that, like, I just feel safe, as well as when you do things, it's exposure therapy, right? I've traveled a lot. I've realized that, hate to break it to you, a majority of countries are a lot safer than the US. I'll travel to different countries and tell them I am from Chicago, I live in LA, from the United States, and they're like, aren't you scared? We are fed so many different things about what to believe in and what's true and what's not. Go experience life for yourself, you guys. Like, go find your truth and what is actually real, because that's the truth. Is the United States, a lot of cities there are scarier and more unsafe than a majority of places in the world. So my safety, I consider myself pretty self-aware. You should consider yourself pretty self-aware. You should consider yourself, trust yourself. And if you don't, that's something else you should be working on. But I trust myself to put myself in good situations, and I don't put myself in situations where I feel unsafe. So that's it right there. Am I scared not having a plan? Oh, definitely. Like, it's crossed my mind for sure, but I still do it anyways. Because I have confidence in myself, and confidence doesn't mean the absence of fear. It means feeling the fear and doing it anyways. So I'm not gonna let fear control my life. That is one of my biggest fears, to be honest with you, is letting fear control my life. Yeah, like, don't get me wrong, it's weird because this is the first time in my life that I don't actually have something set in stone to go back to after my travels. Like, I don't have an apartment, all my stuff is in a storage unit, and it kind of annoys me everything's in a storage unit, to be honest with you, because I like to take care of my stuff and I just worry about it. But at the same time, it's kind of just I'm so excited to see where life's going to take me. Another thing I really wanted to do this year was just leave it up to God. Like, I'm so guilty of trying to control situations and trying to have everything planned out, but it gets exhausting. And one of the cool things about life, you guys, is you get to try new things. You get to try to live different ways. And I'm a Capricorn. Everyone's like, you have everything planned out all the time, this, and that. And yeah, I definitely do. And I'm just like, I'm done trying to control everything. Like, once again, I feel like I am blessed with this opportunity where I have a decent amount of funds. To me, I'll say how much I have to somebody else and be like, that's insane. No, you don't have enough. And then I'll talk to somebody else and they'll be like, yeah, you're right. You have plenty. So in my mind, I told myself I'm safe. The amount of money that I have is okay. I also have faith that I will make more if I have to. I have a job to go back to, thankfully, you guys. Where there's a will, there is a way. And if you want to travel, if you want to do things, I'm sure you can talk to your job, talk to your bosses. I'm sure you can find a way to kind of manipulate things to work in your favor, as well as if you have a valuable skill, there's other jobs out there. I don't know. So many times when I've been without a job, people are like, it's going to be hard. And every single time I'm like, no, it's not going to be hard. It's worked out for me. I do believe mindset is such a cool thing. And I'm choosing to say, hey, it's in God's hands right now. I'm going to go with the flow, fuck around and find out and see where life takes me instead of trying to control it all the time because it's so exhausting. And I do think that I'm divinely supported and guided. And I do think everything's working out for me in my favor, even if in the moment it doesn't seem like it. So yeah, I'm going to start practicing that because that's what I preach to my clients. That's what I've started implementing in my life 5 years ago and it's worked well. So let's go. Let's bring it to the next level. And I do believe too that you should have a vision of what you want and where you want to be. Like I know the things that I want to do, the places I want to go, the things I want to engross myself in. But I also believe that too, as long as you have an intention, you know where you're going and you're open to ways to be brought there, that's when the magic starts, you guys. If you are so dead set on how things should work out, you have these blinders on and you don't actually see opportunities coming your way or different circumstances or people that are going to expand your life and bring knowledge as well as maybe even like enrich your life and bring you to the next level. If you're so focused on how to get there, you miss all the different paths that you can be taking. You miss all the different blessings coming your way. When you fixate on one thing, your brain loves to validate what you want to see. But if you're just open to experiences, I can't tell you, and one of the reasons I'm doing this now is because I can't tell you how many times in my travels I ran into somebody where they're like, stay a few more days, hang out with us. I feel like I can't. Or if you do have things booked so strictly, you feel like you have to stick to that plan. Yeah, it's great to have a vision, it's great to have a goal, but be open to new ways. Things are going to unfold for you. When I look at my life right now, I do know how I ended up here, but at the same time, I don't because when I'm just open and honest and like being myself, so many things have been brought to me that I never even knew that I wanted, but I'm so grateful to have them in my life. So yeah, it's a little scary, but I have faith that everything's going to work out exactly how it's supposed to, as well as kind of like, isn't it funny that we're so scared to move forward, but do you not realize you could always go back? Like more than likely you can. If you leave a job on good terms, a lot of times if you ask your manager, your boss, the company, whatever, hey, like, did we have a good relationship? Do you think I could ever come back and work for you? Every single boss that I've ever asked, can I come back and work for you? They said yes. And guess what? I never actually had to go back though. But it's nice to know that that's there. Same with like, for instance, this apartment complex. As I was leaving, the manager was like, we've loved having you. Like, Please stay in touch. If you ever want to come back, yeah, you're welcome. You guys, that's your comfort zone, right? You know how to do that. You know how to go back there. Your body loves repetition. It's muscle memory. If you ever need to, you can go right back to where you started anyways. So wouldn't you rather just try and take a few steps forward and see how it feels? You've really got nothing to lose. And then one last question that people have been asking me about so frequently, and I know it's on the tip of everybody's tongues because it's like what makes the world go round and everyone's obsessed with it, is money. Everybody asks me, they're like, why do you want to take that much time away from the hospital? I'm not going to lie, you guys. I make money from my coaching, the podcast, but a majority of it comes from the hospital. Nurses in California get paid pretty well. And everyone's like, aren't you worried about the money? Aren't you worried about how much you're going to spend? Yes, for sure. Money's a thing, but I'm also worried about letting money control my life, where I get so fixated on it, I forgot to live. I'm sorry, but my life is not up for sale. You cannot put a price tag on my growth and my experiences and my joy and my happiness and also my time. There's so many things in this world that you actually cannot buy, you guys. You can't buy your time back. You can't buy a lot of these experiences and these emotions. Yeah, the money helps when it comes to like booking nice things and having excursions or whatnot, but the feeling that those things give you, you can't buy back. And I'm sorry, so many people I know don't allow themselves to live. They don't allow themselves to have a lot of experiences because they're scared that if they spend the money, they're never going to get it back. They're scared that if they take time away, that's money that they're never going to make back. But oddly enough, I found the opposite to be true. And I wish that there was some scientific thing I could tell you. There might be actually out there. But the second that I let go of my attachment to money and letting it control my life, the second more of it comes in. I do believe that when you take time for yourself, you get to know yourself, you allow your nervous system to feel safe and take a break and realize you are supported and that you have enough right now as you are, everything kind of just falls into place. You start to gain experiences that are more valuable to the world. You gain confidence in yourself. Somebody would much rather hire a confident person than an unconfident person. Somebody would much rather hire and employ a person who's cultured and has put themselves in interesting situations and worked their way out of it and had experiences than somebody who's never had them at all. As well as, guess what? A lot of times when you give yourself the time and the space too, I can't tell you how many people, once they finally allow themselves to feel safe, said enough is enough. I am safe. I have enough money. Let me see how I can make it work for me. Let me see how I can live my life more. So many people come out the other end as entrepreneurs or starting this creative thing because they allowed their brain to relax and think creatively. And I'm not saying that's for everybody. Not everybody has to be an entrepreneur or try to figure out weird ways to make money. But knowing yourself, having joy in life, having experiences in life, I'm sorry, for me, you can't put a price tag on that. My soul is not up for sale. And I feel like so many of us fixate on the dollar amount and we forget how to live. Yeah, I am worried about money. I'm not trying to sound ignorant to it, but not worried in the same sense everybody else is. I genuinely believe that me having these experiences are going to help me make more money. They're going to enrich my life. I'm going to be more abundant, especially because I am vibrating at that frequency. I am vibrating at the frequency of abundance. I am surrounding myself with things that I love. And I feel so lucky and grateful for this, you guys, for these opportunities. I'm telling myself I have enough and I'm safe and I'm allowing myself to live. And I think that when you vibrate at that frequency too, money loves that frequency. Money's going to come to you. You just have to believe that. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now, you guys, is I'm a week into me technically being homeless. Yeah, I would call it homelessness. But no, I'm kidding. I'm just technically a week into my little experience right now, and it's just getting started. And I'm so forever grateful to have the opportunity to be on this journey as well as share it with you guys. And I hope from my travels, you guys get some motivation, some insight, and you just decide to start living a full, big, beautiful life and know that you're more than capable of doing hard things and you're more than worthy of having absolutely everything that you want. And you're worthy of having a happy, full, peaceful, blissful life. So thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you for being on this journey with me. tell you how grateful I am for every single one of you. Thank you for listening. And until next time, I love you.